For transparency's sake, Klein did send this out to me, so thank you, Klein, for sending this out for me to test and review. Okay, so let's get to the review. Hey guys, welcome to this episode of the CE Tool Den. And on today's episode, we have an exciting two products, brand new products from Klein that just came out. You can pre-order them, and I'm pretty sure they're going to start shipping soon. I think this might be already shipping from Amazon, but we'll get into it. We're going to be reviewing the all brand new 8-in-1 Tru-Grip Screwdriver with stubby from Klein. Model number on that's going to be 32961A. And this stubby is going to be a square. It's going to have square 1, square 2 bits, 5/32, 1/4 inch, and Phillips 1, 2, 3, and then the 1/4 inch driver. Fully magnetic. Let's see. This is made in Taiwan, guys. There you go. Full-size screwdriver and stubby for various driving applications. Convenient 6-bit storage and stubby handle. True grip handle for greater torque comfort. Magnetism transferred through bit to hold fasteners hands-free, which is awesome. Very good feature to have. And we're also doing this new knife. And we're going to start with the knife first for the reviews here. All right, this one's going to be model number 44056D. Electricians pocket knife with driver. This is one of the ones I'm very excited. I'm excited for both of these, especially because you guys know how much I love ball grip screwdrivers. This is my favorite type of screwdriver. But for a knife, I was kind of waiting for this one for a while. This one is going to be double-ended bit locks securely at 90 degrees and 180 degrees. This does stripping solids 12 and 14 and 14 and 16 stranded. It has a number 2 Phillips, a 1/4 inch slotted, and then a 1/4 inch hex. All right. It's got a sheathfoot blade design with wire bending hole and thumb hole. Crossbar lock with smooth open close action. Push button release for quick and easy bit access. Compatible with most 1-inch bits, which is good. Thank you, Klein. Wire stripping notch strips 12 and 14 gauge solid wire and 14 and 16 gauge stranded wire. Deep carry steel pocket clip and bottle opener. All right, guys, so this is the knife we're going to be reviewing first. Like I said, this one does 12 to 14 solid, 14 to 16 stranded. So let's try out the slide lock over here. Let's see how that works. By the way, from what I can see, this thing is razor sharp, so you got to be very careful. This has a sheep's foot design. It does have a little bit of bounce back. Ready? Look at that, guys. Got to be very careful with this. And then you have the Phillips head / slotted head for the bit holder. And this was really nice, because usually we don't have that. The only one that I know that has something like this is the Tough Belt knife. So here's the Tough Belt knife. They got a really nice smooth system over here besides the flick blade. I still think this is one of the top knives. The only thing that is a hindrance for this is the weight and the size of this thing. This is where something like this is huge. I mean, look how thin this is. Let's compare this to the other Klein, the screwdriver Klein. Well, here's a bunch of comparables. So here's the new Hyper Tough, but this one is hand activated, so you have to like physically open it up, and it's got the liner lock there. This is a really nice system. It's thick, but let's compare it. Look how much thinner this is. Very minimal. Here's your traditional fastback. Really nice. Again, this one is, you got to pull it out with your hand. But it's a great knife, and it's got my favorite style of clip here. But very good. I mean, this has been a beast mode. Even the fastback is a little bit thicker than the Klein. So very good. But this one's just huge. But this thing is absolutely amazing. It even has like a little pry bar in it. But again, big size weight is a con, but everything else is it's probably one of the best knives there is. But here is the Klein version of the fastback, and you can see how much thicker this one is, but it's got a smooth interface too. but also a manual. I know a lot of people didn't like this one, but I really did like this one because I like the fact that you could take this bit holder, put it in your impact, and use it on an impact, and you can put 1-inch bits here. It's a magnetic hold, and then you can actually put bits in here, and that's also magnetic. So I don't know, a lot of people didn't like that. I like it. I really did like this design. You know, it's good. The other thing I'm not a big crazy person about is the clips, but actually on this one's really nice. It's X rounded. This is what I normally prefer, is this style. The Tough Belt has a nice one because it's streamlined and really flexible. But like, I like the wire clips, but this one actually isn't bad at all. This one's got the potential to be a little bit more sharper over time. But I mean, this is a very good knife. This has been a good knife. I haven't used it too much because I've been using the blackout. The blackout Klein is actually the knife that I use the most. The Klein black. I just like the blackout look to it. I would like to see a blackout version of this. But see this? You have this finger notch right there, right? That's so you can kind of like, instead of using this locking thing, right? You can kind of use your thumb and open the knife up that way. And then here's another good thing that I really like, because this thing, like I said, this thing is really sharp. You got jimping on the top that starts all the way over here, and then you have a bottom jimping on the curve. So you're going to be less likely to slip your finger in there, which is great. This is also, you have your wire loop bender there, your loop maker. And then here is your bottle opener. And that is your wire stripper. So this does the 12 and 14. On the other side, I would expect it to say 14 and 16 stranded there. So there's your 14 and 16 stranded, 12 and 14 solid. Now there is a wire stripper that Klein makes that has something similar to this. This is probably on that same take and idea of what they do. I have it somewhere, but I don't need to get it out. But yeah, I like this. You can definitely rotate this and be fine. I actually like this feature, the 180 degrees. You can use this kind of like a T-handle. So you grab this and you can actually use that like a T-handle. Actually, let's try it out. Let's see how this works. We're going to use the typical, the drywall screw we always use. Let's take a look at, see how the purchase is on this one. All right, we're going to use one of these pre-drill because I don't need to go overboard with the screwdriver. So, okay, that's not bad. I mean, there's actually been worse kind of screwdriver things on blades that I've seen. This one's not bad. I figured this would be pretty uncomfortable as it digs as you're turning around, but it's actually not bad. I mean, you could probably feel it if you're going to town, but I'm using this as leverage. So if you put your finger on it, use that as leverage and it won't dig in your hand. That's not bad at all. Now let's try like a T-handle style. So you can go like this. Oops, slip that. And you can really put some torque on it. This is nice because you can actually put torque on this. I can feel the torque. And by the way, this is a pre-drilled hole. This is not, I didn't start it and you can feel the resistance because the hole is smaller than the screws, the thread on the screw. So that's why you're feeling. I mean, this is definitely, it's not ideal for like a when you can compare this to a screwdriver, but the fact that you can get some really good torque on this is phenomenal. I like this, guys. This is the only thing I don't like is the slipping, but that's because of the way I have it. I'm holding it, the leverage wise. Look at that. All right, let's untorque it, loosen it up. I think it's had its time. Time to shine. And then it stays locked in until you push the button. You gotta push the button to get it out. So we're unscrewing the screw. guys, I really like this, and I think that might be like a G10 or something. I don't know. I'm not really sure what that is, but it's a really nice handle. And then the blade, I wonder if it's D2 steel, but I can't really tell. I don't know what that M03 means, but that's the model number on it. So let's take a look at the knife portion of it. And like I said, guys, this is extremely, extremely sharp. So let's take a look and see how this does against the paper test. Look at that. I'm making spaghetti strips here. Like I said, you guys got to be I got to be careful because I'm prone to accidents. You got to be very careful. Look at that. All right, let's strip some wire now. First of all, let's see what cutting the sheathing feels like with this. So you have that blade like that. Let's see what it feels like. Oops, I didn't go all the way with that one. All right, so that's what the sheathing. I think I pulled out all the wire out of this one. Maybe there's some leftover ground wire. Cuts this so good, guys. I gotta say. And you can cut the paper. Make sure you guys put it in, point that in a safe spot. And you have your. All right, let's strip this. Strip this wire here. Let's open it up a little bit more, just to get some of the wire exposed here. We want to show everything that the knife can do, guys. That's what this channel likes to do. We like to show people everything, every little feature that we can. That way you guys can make an informed decision, because we're not trying to sell you something. We're trying to educate you on something and show you the capabilities on it. Then it's up to you if it's something that's for you or something that's not for you. Nobody's twisting your arm to buy these things. We're just showing you the product and reviewing and see, and you can see what we think of our opinions. You know what I mean? All right, so this has this. Let's put a loop on this, guys. So there's the loop. And this on this ground wire here. Let's see. I mean, that's a crappy loop. Whatever. Let's try again over here. I gotta get used to this. Yeah, that's a much better loop. Look at that. That's a really nice loop, guys. All right. So this is a 12-2. So the top one is the 12. So basically what you got to do is score the wire here. We'll put the wire over here. It has a stop for the 12 gauge wire, and then you just rotate it. Oh, I gotta say, this is really nice. Now this isn't going to take the place of a wire stripper. This is just a temporary situation if you need like a quick strip here. This really does good. You just got to rotate however you want to do it. You want to do 360-degree rotation or like a back and forth? Let's see. All right. Oh, that's my fault. I nicked it. Look at that. I nicked it because I went a little bit too much on the rotation. I think I put it into the 12. I mean the 14. So let's do this right there. It stops, and you gotta make sure you know where you stop. That was a user error, not the knife. There it is. Not bad at all. This is where I nicked it before, but that's because I think I pushed it in too much, and then you can make your loops. Look at that. All right, so that's pretty good, guys. I'm really liking this stripper thing. Just the fact that you can strip wire with this just by looping it around. Really nice, guys. It's fantastic. Fan-friggin-tastic. It does a great job, guys. I can't complain. This has been all that in a box of chocolates. So like I said, I think that's a G10 scaling over there. Really nice. All right, so that's our review for the knife. I gotta say, this is a definitely recommend, guys. This Klein knocked it out of the park with this one. I do want to get their other knife. I'll probably pick that up tomorrow, and I'll do a review on that other one, the old electrician's knife, the one that I think it's 4228 or 41228, something like that. I'm gonna pick up that other one. It's got the straight and serrated blade on it, and it's got this type of stripper, little dimples to strip wire, different types of wire, sizes of wire. So I'm going to be getting that one. But I gotta say, the minimalism on this is fantastic. The steel feels nice. Again, we don't know what they're using here, and is not, doesn't say on the thing. So it does have the deep carry pocket clip, which we like. So it'll stay, in your pocket pretty secure. Made in Vietnam, by the way, guys. Made in Vietnam. All right, so that's your knife review. Now, the main event for me, because it's a ball grip screwdriver, is the Klein Tools 8-1 Tru-Grip. We already told you what kind of bits it comes with. It's all magnetic. It passes the magnetism to the bit. All right, so let's take it out of the package. See how it feels. Okay, this feels good, guys. I really like the grip on this. This holds 6 bits. All the 6 bits fit in there. Now, the one thing, from seeing this from pictures and stuff like that and other videos, was my hesitance onto, like, what is this going to be like? So, it feels very good in the hand. Let's compare it to the ratcheting and the Gen 1. So this Gen 1 is super light compared to these other two. This has some heft to it. And this has some heft to it. This one is a lot shorter. The new one's a lot shorter than the old Gen 1. And compare the two, they're about identical in size between the ratcheting and the Gen 1 Tru-Grip. So now there's a third Tru-Grip design. And it has almost the same style of grip motion here. It's about the same length, but you're losing a little bit of grip over here. There's more acetate. So if you look at this is the ratcheting one, by the way. You got a little bit, maybe about a little bit less than 1/4 of an inch longer on the grip than the new one. And then this one's all grip. This one's definitely, feels so good in the hand. They all feel good in the hand. But what I'm saying is that grip, that rubbery grip, extends. And then you have the acetate in between, sandwiched in between. So you could potentially have a slip, but maybe that's a good thing if you're trying to turn around with your fingers. Maybe having that little slick surface of the acetate will help you in starting a screw. Here is I guess this is an S2 steel bit. There's your Phillips 2. Gosh, I can't even tell you guys how good this feels. So one of my concerns was when I saw the pictures is this part right here. How is this going to be over the long term? Because look how thin that is. I mean, it's not thin, but it's thin enough where, is this a weakness point for cracking? Is this going to develop a crack over time? I don't know. I mean, that's the question that a lot of people haven't asked yet. Like, is it strong enough? I mean, I think so, because they do have these added extra, like, little support pieces here. So I think this might, and the fact that it's all the way down here, I think the fact that that's going on might make it even stronger. So putting the support in, and then these right here these supports are for the that go in between here. So you got to make sure that you support the small ones go right where the small ones are, and it fits perfect. Now let's take a look at these bits, because these bits seem to be a little bit smaller than I see. So wait a minute, where is that other bit? So this one has whole 7 bits. I mean 6 bits, but the 7th one is can't fit in here, guys. That's the only thing, is it cannot fit in here other than in on the stubby, but you can't fit the stubby in here with that screw in. You know what I mean? So you got to take that into consideration. So one of the bits has to be held in the shaft, and then the other 6 bits can be held in here. So let's take a look at the stubby. We have a box of screws. Let's see how the magnetism passes by. Yo, this is insane. This one has 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. Is that 9? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. We have 9 screws there, including that little tiny one. That's insane. All right, let's try to use this screwdriver and see how that works. Let's use the good old drywall screwdriver. Let's see how this works. By the way, this is the manual, so don't get your hopes up high. Oops, my bad. My bad. I always drop stuff. But no harm, no foul. All right, so you got to make sure, if you're using this as a stubby, I can feel my fingers scraping on this. If you're holding it like this, you should hold it like this so you don't feel that discomfort. You know what I mean? Because if you're going like this, like you want to hold a regular ball grip screwdriver, you're gonna get some bite from the slotted head. I can feel how sharp that is, guys. So you guys got to be careful. But I can feel that magnetism on this. Wow. All right, let's take this out. Let's see how good that magnet is. Because that looks... So this is the thing. Both of these bits are going to have like that magnetic on the stubby and on the shaft. Oops. All right, let's try that again, because we want to make sure that that holds. There it is. So it does hold good. Very good. I think this may be the best magnet that we have in the shop as far as for, you know, bit holding. I don't think there's one that can beat this. All right, now let's try the... Oops, gotta take that bit out. Put that bit in there. Now we're going to try this. All right, how many screws do we have here? 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's insane, guys. 13 screws right there. All right, so let's put this one to the test in the same hole. Now, see, this is what I'm comfortable with the ball grip screwdrivers. Look how nice it feels. And then you can go like this to kind of give yourself more torque, more leverage. And so now, because of the way the shaft is designed, and I'll show you guys in a second, is the longest bit I would put on this, because of the way the balance of the bit would be, is a 2-inch bit, because this is more of a screwdriver that's made for like a 1-inch bit. So let's look at these Geinzern bits. You don't want to be putting like... So you guys know that how much I love the fixed edge. So here's a fixed edge bit, gray silver fixed edge, the way it's supposed to be. This looks ridiculous. This is what I don't recommend the fixed edge for this. Although that's actually not bad, but I don't recommend the fixed edge for this. You got plenty of play there because of the length of the screw. If you're going long, this is actually not, I gotta say though, that these fixed edge bits are like phenomenal. But I'm gonna tell you guys, these bits, a 2-inch bit, I think is a good fit. Oh wait a minute, let's get that Milwaukee one. Here we go. Let's try this Milwaukee one. That's not bad, guys. A 2-inch bit on this works, or a 1-inch. There you go. Now, if you guys don't like S2 bits, Klein does have a lot of different bit options. They have like these cases with little bits in it, and I like these bits because you can use these impact rated ProFlex bits, and you go. Actually, I like these bits, and they'll fit in here because I think they're like the same size bit for that 1-inch. Yeah, they're like the same size. Look at that. So I think that's a high recommendation, guys. It really is. You can definitely use the ProFlex bits on there, or any of your favorite, whatever your favorite 1-inch bit is. You can use that. I like the Klein with these. You know, the 27-in-1 is another one. Look at this, guys. They have the bit power. Let's see what the. I don't think you'll be able to fit a double-sided bit in there. So let's try a 27-in-1 double-sided bit and see if it works in here. Nope, not really. I mean, it's magnetized, but it's not going to hold how it should. Let's check on the bit holder. Again, this is magnetized, but it's not going to hold how it should. So that's not going to work. You need something a little bit more like this for the ends to get a good purchase on that. I mean, these are good bits, and I mean, here's a comparable stubby slash with the shank 1-inch bit. So this one right here. I definitely recommend 1-inch bits. Now, I don't even think 2-inch bits would look good on this. I think just one. So with this, you know, you can do 1-inch and 2-inch because of the balance of the bit versus the shaft and the screwdriver itself. Let's take a look at something. Now we're going to do a little test here. We like this screwdriver a lot. All right. So we picked up 13 with that one. Let's see how many can we pick up here. We have 5. So 5 screws. Here you go. Look at all this. I love it. Gotta love Klein. So we know that the bit is not as strong as this one on the Klein 27-in-1. But let's try this out. Where are you? We're gonna put the magnet, because a lot of people rave about the magnet on the PB Swiss. All right, let's rave about the magnet. Let's see who wins. We're gonna put PB Swiss magnet versus Klein magnet. Ready? This is the ratcheting PB Swiss. I love that. See? Looks like Klein's got the championship down pat with this. So let's flip that around. Let's see how that holds. Ready? Klein. All right, let's flip that around and see how that rolls. Klein again. That just goes to show you how strong these magnets are, guys. Super strong. Absolutely strong. Like, this is no joke. This is a very good magnet. Very good screwdriver. Ratcheting. Smooth screwdriver. But it cannot touch magnetism-wise. I think this is probably the strongest magnet we have, guys. I really like it. There's your Klein Tools logo. Your model number is like 32961A. Right over there. There's your little diagram here with that you can put 6 screws in there, but this will wear out over time, so you should be advised that that's what's going to happen eventually over time when you use it. But this is a very, very good screwdriver, guys. Very good. Highly recommend. And I highly recommend these because you guys know, again, Ball grips are my favorite types of screwdrivers. Can't go wrong, guys. So I highly recommend these new tools from Klein. And if this is something that fits your lifestyle, you know, I mean, all these screwdrivers here that are fantastic. You know, even the new Frankenwearer, guys. This Frankenwearer is awesome that we made, because not even Wera has something like this. They don't have anything like this, and we kind of like the uniqueness of it. There you go. So I gotta say, guys, this has been quite the experience here, in learning about these new Klein ball grips. They have 3. What's the next one going to be, guys? I'm excited for the future of the Klein ball grips. They're going to be innovating as time goes on. And you know that these are going to be challenged by Klein. Like, Klein really does an awesome job with these. So now we have 3 generations of beautiful ball grip screwdrivers. Which one do you pick? I got to say, guys, the ratcheting is still my favorite. So far, so good. It's been a workhorse in the shop. I love both of these. I love using this. Let's try one more thing. I just want to try see something here. Let's see how it looks. So we do have the ratcheting adapter we could put in there, and we could put the bit. So this is going to be a little bit ridiculous, but this gives you a ratcheting bit adaptation with the 711L ratcheting adapter. So you can turn this into a ratcheting screwdriver with that, with this adapter. You can also get the pipe vise version or the Leatherman, but I don't like the Leatherman because it's not going to have as much torque as this. This is holding it, guys. Look at that. And that's heavy. This thing's heavy. So yeah, I highly recommend this. So if you guys like this, I say get it. I'm going to put a link, affiliate links in the description, so you guys can, if you guys want to buy it. I'm going to put an affiliate link for the knife. If you want to buy it, buy it. If not, don't buy it. You know, just use what you learned in this video. All right, so if you guys like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, share, hit the bell for notifications. As always, have yourselves a good day, good night. Hype the videos if you can. And the CE Tool Den is going to ball grip our way out of here and cut it loose while the CE Tool Den is out.